Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Tuesday, the 13th of February, 2018. Hope you had a good Monday. Interesting start to the week. Wasn't super exciting. Got a little bit of a bounce after a gap up. Never filled the gaps. We'll look at the intraday action in a minute. Let's start with the daily charts of the major indices and go from there. So here's the ES front month futures contract. It's the daily chart of the broad market and futures forum, which is the proper technical way to look at the markets. Not a lot to see there at the moment. Here's crude oil down up 21 cents back to 59.50. Remember that 13 sell signal there was right on the money. Gold up $7.80. A little bit of a bounce there as well. S&P cash, sorry about that, up 36.45 points. Remember, part of that was a gap and did not fill. Same thing with the NDX up 111, recovering some of that loss from the last 2 weeks or so. SOX up 23. Puts it kind of mid-range for where we've been of late. Biotech's up 52.27. VIX closes down $3.45. The trend up closes at 61 cents. That puts the 10-day at 1.27. Remember, until that super high trend reading at above 3.5 drops off the 10-day moving average, which is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 days away. That 10-day moving average is going to be pretty high there. NASDAQ volume, 2.2 billion shares. That's the lowest we've seen in 2 weeks. So remember, the bounce is on low volume, the sell-off's on high volume. It's on positive for the markets. Even with the market being up, and up a lot, NASDAQ up 111. Remember that. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ was negative 283. That means 283 more stocks down than up on the NASDAQ when we gain 111 points on light volume. Just pointing out the warning signs. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ the New York was plus 1403, however. Google gains $8.29. Most of the techs were up. Obviously, the big ones, that's what makes the bounce. Apple up 630. Amazon up 46.63. That 13 sell signal was right on the money there. Netflix up $8.48. Tesla up $5.31. Tesla's in trouble if it breaks 290, by the way. That's pretty clear. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, up 52 cents. A little bit of a bounce off of recent one-year lows. And then Goldman Sachs up $3.86. All right, so 5-minute charts. Here's the futures. So remember, Friday was the day. You can see the end of Thursday, Friday, we sold off, bounced very late in the day and recovered the whole loss. And then here we are, gapping up small, don't quite fill the gap. Curl back up over lunch, and then just dead flat, curl back up right ahead of lunch, then just dead flat the rest of the day. We haven't seen that in a while. NASDAQ side, not much different. So it was not a very exciting day overall. Wasn't much to talk about. A couple of trade calls, and some of them didn't trigger. But I think the rest of the week probably gets a little more interesting. In terms of economic data that's still coming this week, not much on Tuesday, but then the CPI and retail sales on Wednesday. PPI, Philly Fed, and all those, capacity utilization, industrial production on Thursday. Friday, housing starts, building permits, and University of Michigan sentiment. So some straight-up trading days to go. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, probably the better days of the week. Remember, we head into a 3-day weekend, so Friday should be a bust. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week.